Hey everyone, I'm still alive. I'm still here. It's been like over a week since I made my last video, but I am still here. I apologize for the absences recently. It's because I've had a bunch of commitments to professional wrestling, which is another thing that I do because I'm weird. And it had a crazy weekend that involved pouring hot sauce into my eyes like an idiot. It was pretty funny, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Evil Dead, the game, and the new content that they're going to be coming out with pretty soon here. Um, it was announced a new survivor and a new demon, which is going to be Mia from the Evil Dead remake and the Plaguebringer from Army of Darkness, respectively. And I'm pretty excited about it. So let's go over. First of all, I wanted to wait because I had a feeling that a demon was going to be announced after Mia was announced, because I have the feeling that their release schedule is going to be a new chapter, if you will, that's a new survivor, new demon. Then like a couple months after that, it'll be a map. So I think it's going to be map, survivor demon, map, survivor demon, map, survivor demon. That's what I assume their release schedule is going to be. I don't know that for sure. That's just a guess. But I would assume that that's probably what they're going for here. Hey, my trending thing over here changed. It said Chet was trending over here. And I was like, Chet from Evil Dead? No way. Chet's not coming to Evil Dead yet. Supposedly he's going to be coming, but not yet. Which is interesting because a lot of people also thought that with this chapter, it was going to be remake themed and that we would get a demon from the remake. And we didn't. We got a demon from Army of Darkness instead, which is kind of interesting. So first of all, this is the first image they released of Mia. And one thing that absolutely blew my mind in the community post that I made is that it's confirmed she's going to be a warrior because of the color of this portrait. That's like one of those things that is so obvious that I just never paid enough attention to really figure out, which is that every class is specifically colored with their 4 abilities on the side here. Every leader, their portrait thing over here is blue. Every warrior, it's orange. Every hunter, it's purple. And then every support, it's green. So this is a confirmation of what class she's going to be. Confirmed she's going to be a warrior. Now, as far as what her abilities are going to be, you'll notice it looks like she's holding a sledgehammer here. I saw some people speculating that maybe she's going to have a weapon mastery for a sledgehammer. I don't think that that's the case. She may still have it, but I don't think that this is an indication of it. Like, this is not representative of a weapon mastery for a sledgehammer. And the reason I say that is that if you look at Ash here, he has an ability here where he's using a sword. Obviously, he does not have a weapon mastery and a sword. And then if you look at the weapon mastery he does have, I don't know why I say mastery, it's master, but whatever, same difference. His chainsaw is front and center. And that's a theme throughout every single weapon master that you see. Every single character that has a weapon master, the weapon is very prominent on the perk or ability or whatever you want to call it. It's clear it's a weapon mastery because the thing is like, the weapon that's being highlighted is front and center. And if you look at Mia here, that sledgehammer is very clearly not front and center. So I don't think that at least this portrait is going to be based around a weapon mastery for a sledgehammer. I also think it would be kind of strange if she had that anyway. I mean, unfortunately, the remake is the only Evil Dead movie that I haven't seen. But as far as I'm aware, from what little I know about it, she mostly uses a chainsaw in that movie. I don't know if she uses a sledgehammer in the movie or not. Maybe she does, but it kind of seems like the iconic weapon she uses in the movie is a chainsaw, because if you Google her, you'll find like photos of her carrying the chainsaw. That seems to be the big thing. Now, she's more than likely not going to have a weapon mastery with the chainsaw because Ash already has that. Some people have speculated that it's possible that she will be the first non-Ash character to use a chainsaw. I think that's very possible. I'll scroll up here to the official announcement, by the way. I think that that's very possible. I also think, though, that if they do that, that they're probably just going to make it to where every character can now pick up the chainsaw. I could see that happening. Because if they allow her to pick up the chainsaw, she's going to have completely new animations. She can't swing it the same way that all the different Ashes do, because Ash attaches it to his hand. Mia's probably just going to swing it normally. So if they're going to create animations for her to swing it in a way that's not like Ash, they might as well use those animations to allow every character to pick up the chainsaw. So I think that'd be really cool, and I think that's a possibility that they're going to have it be a case where all the characters can now use the chainsaw. So that's Mia, and then up here we have the Plaguebringer. And if you don't know who the Plaguebringer is, if you're confused about who this character is, she's from Army of Darkness. There's a scene in that movie where some old lady is toiling over a cauldron, and then she turns around and yells at them, and it looks like she's about to wreck everybody in the room. And then she picks up the cauldron, the bubbling pot, and is getting ready to throw it on someone. And then Ash shoots it out of her hands, and that's when he says the classic line,
"Yo, she-bitch. Let's go."
So yeah, that's who that character is. Also, at the end of the movie, the S-Mart ending, there's another character, another Deadite that shows up who does the exact same thing that Deadite did, where only this time she picks up a TV instead of a bubbling pot, and she gets that shot out of her hands.
Lady, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
As far as I'm aware, that's not meant to be the same Deadite, though. It's just an identical scene, practically, to what happened in the castle. But I don't think it's meant to be the same character, the same Deadite. I'm actually really excited for this. And the reason I'm excited for this is because this is a really, lesser known demon that they could have added. And that's really cool to me, because that means, or at least shows to me, that they're willing to add lesser known characters. Because some people are like, man, I'd really like to see the wise man from Army of Darkness, or maybe the blacksmith from Army of Darkness. Some of these lesser known characters that maybe aren't as likely to get added. Another big one is the character from Ash vs. Evil Dead that was played by what the heck is her name? She's the daughter of Agent Smith. Samara Weaving, that's it. A lot of people want her to be added just because it's played by Samara Weaving, and she's a big actress now. She wasn't at the time that she was in Ash vs. Evil Dead. But a lot of people are like, she's such a minor character. She's in it for 2 episodes or something. She's barely in it. Why would they add her? Well, they added the Plaguebringer as her own demon, and she's in Army of Darkness for 30 seconds. So that's kind of cool to me, because it means there's a pretty good chance that some of these lesser known characters, they might actually add them to the game. So that's really cool. And you'll notice over here, that is the pit bitch from Army of Darkness. It's the disgusting creature that Ash fights when he gets thrown into the pit. He fights a Deadite at first, kills it, and then this Deadite pops out, and he winds up and one of the funnier, most outrageous scenes, that movie, there's spiked walls that close in on that Deadite and squish it, and somehow 10 seconds later it crawls up out of the pit perfectly fine. That's so funny to me. I always thought that was so dumb. How did it possibly survive that? So yeah, this is the new survivor, the new demon. I'm not sure what they're going to do for the basic units. Basic units look like skeletons, similar to what the Necromancer uses, but they're probably just dressed a little bit differently. I have no idea what her power could be. My guess is that she's going to be kind of like a witch, because that's kind of what she looked like in the movie. She didn't really do anything in the movie to give us an example of what her abilities might be. my guess is, just based on her name, that she's probably going to have stuff that kind of infects people. Like maybe that's what her ability will be based around, isn't something that like can infect you, and maybe you got to like do something to get rid of it, or just damage over time type of effects is what my guess would be for as far as like what her ability is going to be. But yeah, these are the 2 new chapters, or I guess it's all one new chapter, but they're kind of packaged together. Also kind of interesting that they're from 2 different movies, which is another interesting precedent to set. It means that if we get, you know, a character from one movie in the franchise, doesn't necessarily mean the other character is going to be matching. So that's pretty interesting. Hey, let me know in the comments what you think about this new chapter. Some speculation about what you think these characters might have coming with them in terms of abilities and stuff like that. And maybe, who knows, maybe some people have already figured out what those things are going to be already. And if you have, feel free to share that in the comments. Happy to be back. Happy to make another video. Hopefully have some more character videos coming out, some character expert guides coming out over the next few days. But I appreciate all of you watching as always, and I will see you all next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time.